that somebody, not Kim Kardashian, wrote her monologue. That it wasn't penned by Kim, but in fact, a writing team was assembled to write those jokes for her. Is this true or false?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I don't know. I have no insight into it whatsoever.
Are you sure you didn't sign an NDA or something?
I didn't sign an NDA. I didn't. Some of those jokes I wish I wrote.
They were great jokes.
You watched the whole monologue?
I watched the whole monologue.
She actually
delivered them well.
Yeah.
Say again?
Delivered them well.
She did deliver them cleanly, but you would have to agree she could have paused. She was a little ahead of it.
I like that she didn't pause. I like that she bit the end of the laugh. Because usually when you have someone like a politician or somebody go up there who's never done stand-up, they just wait and then it's a restart every single time. She was able to build some momentum because she was catching the end of the laugh.
I think she could have increased the pleasure from the audience by 30%. She didn't even, it was one of these things where you're like, what the fuck is happening?
Fuck the audience.
Like, what is happening? This is so good. And by the end of it, you're like, I think this lady just did 14 perfect jokes in a row.
Yeah.
I think she really doesn't give a fuck about SNL.
I think,
you know what I mean? Like, I think at the last joke where
she'd
she's
never
like,
seen another monologue before. She'd never seen it.
She's like,
she
yeah,
was
this is good enough.
Yeah, what do? I just go and I say before I shit on my entire family in existence? Yeah, let's go.
Oh, wait, when I talk, guys laugh?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I remember this.
Yeah.
from the 2000s before I met Kanye.
Yeah.
Did you write on it?
I had nothing to do with it.
Because a buddy of mine, I told you, hit me up and he was like, I saw Neil, Chris Rock, and Blake Griffin at the Mercer having lunch.
Yeah, we were working. We were trying to help Kim Kardashian. Like, guys, we need to help Kim.
Those are the three I would choose.
Yo, Blake Griffin. What a look that is for Blake Griffin. To be like, they got the best writers on earth.
Best
They got
writers
Neil
in the
Brennan.
country.
They got Chris Rock.
And of course,
They got Blake Griffin.
yeah. No, good for him. And then they were in the sketch. And so I don't think, I have no idea who wrote it. And then somebody told me, like, I think Schumer wrote it. And Seth Rogen somehow was involved. I have no idea.
No,
but I think
no.
Schumer
wrote that.
Come on.
I think
Che. If somebody goes, yo, Che wrote it. Okay,
right, they got
definitely see that.
They got a bunch of people.
They got funny people that are writing there. Sam J. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Amy
Sam's a
Schumer.
beast.
Keep the jokes. Keep them. You know what's funny though is like going back to the Kim K monologue, which was exceptional. Is that there were trans jokes in it. I guess one trans joke or something like that. Right?
Caitlyn.
Yeah, maybe it was a Caitlyn joke.
Yeah.
And it was like, and she has the authority to make the joke even though she's not part of the community because of proximity to the community. Like nobody said anything. Nobody asked Caitlyn if it was okay.
Right.
But because of her perceived proximity, like nobody knows if like she hates fucking trans people. But they're like, no, it's her mom, dad, so she's allowed to make the jokes. Is she?
Well, that's
because Dave's argument was like, yo, I had a friend.
Right.
So she's like, I got a mom, dad.
Right.
So does that allow her to do the joke?
It looks like she's gotten away with it.
And nobody said a single thing. Now it was sweet and it was kind of cute. And Dave's stuff seemed like it was like, this is how I feel.
Right.
And here's a joke that goes along with it.
It seemed a bit pointed, yeah.
It seemed, I actually feel like if it was less,
honest?
if it was less honest, like if he cared less about like making the point, it was almost like comedy was a tool to drive home the actual point instead of like, here's a random joke about trans people. Here's a random joke about parks.
Yeah, I think Kim was in some ways just saying words.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Like just like words.
Laugh.
Words. My husband has bad personality. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I hope Kanye makes a diss song about her because it's like way worse than anything any SNL has done.
Did you notice though that like she made sure to say the things that he would
he's
really
genius.
care about?
Yeah.
Like
Genius.
to get it,
Greatest
he's
rapper
the
of all
richest
time.
black man in America, which is not even true.
Who is?
Another guy.
Oh,
No.
Byron Allen.
Byron Allen?
No, Bob Johnson, the guy who
Bob
owned the
Johnson.
Bobcats.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
You know, there's like a few other, but still, like she said all the things that would definitely appease
she
the
knew
ego.
like you can say this if you also
Say
say
my
this.
personality shit as long as you say I'm really rich and I'm a genius.
Yeah.
And I think she said greatest rapper
She
of all
said
time.
best rapper of all time, and all of us were like,
Yeah.
He's not the best. I would argue he is not the best rhymer of all time, but he is the best hip hop musician all in of all time.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I like that take.
If you're including producing the music,
Yeah, of course.
He's
I
competing
am.
with who? Who else? J.
Timbaland?
Cole.
Jay Dilla.
Yeah, like there's a few people that do it.
Timberland and Pharrell.
Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre, like
Pharrell, like,
guys
yeah,
that
he's the only
guys
one that
that
would
didn't
have.
write, or guys that did. I mean, Pharrell writes a little bit, but like,
Yeah.
but don't have many of their own albums.
Yeah, he's amazing.
But that Kanye's fucking unbelievable as a musician.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's different.
All right, now Kim Kardashian, the monologue that she gave on SNL offended Nicole Brown's sister, and Tanya Brown, who is a sister of Nicole Brown, says she thought that they were in poor taste and that Nicole's death should not be portrayed as a joke. Tanya Brown says that these jokes were beyond inappropriate and insensitive, and she's wondering how much the Kardashians actually cared about Nicole because Kris Jenner was one of Nicole's close friends.
Yeah, I wondered, did that hurt more because it's coming from Kim and the families were close? Because comedians been making O.J. Simpson jokes forever. Everybody been making O.J. Simpson
It's probably
jokes
different when you know the person and they supposedly were friends with the person. So she feels like even though she knows Kim didn't write it, she should have pushed back and refused to do that particular joke.
That is one of those things about those jokes, though, and I even realized that with the surviving R. Kelly situation. Like, we all made jokes about R. Kelly, but you don't realize there's actual victims involved. So even when you're making jokes about O.J.,
it offends them, hurts them as well.
Of course, people were killed. So I get it.
Yeah, and I'm sure it's worse when it's somebody you know personally, and you're like, damn, you was at the house, so.
Hurts more, yeah.
All right.
So I think many people weren't thrilled with the show picking her. I mean, apparently people really think they know more.
Well, I think a lot of people were upset because Kim Kardashian, normally when people go on the SNL, they have something to promote. They're an actor, they're a singer. She's a social media
She's a
reality
personality.
star. She surprised me, and I got to give all props to Kim. Good writing. She was willing to go there.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. She is a joke. Everybody makes jokes about her.
Yes. Yeah.
So she now owns the joke.
Yeah.
And that's what you have to do when you're a joke. That's what Donald Trump needs to do. Yeah.